And I guess onwards we go. I can't believe we're at 19 AC, even without any fancy armor. Like, we're just walking around in robes and we got that going for us. Heck yeah, bud. Just kind of hoping that buddy would summon some friends, because this is one of the few times that we're kind of okay with that. Friends just mean more targets for us to bounce ignites off of, or ignition blasts off of, so that works for me, friends. And okie dokie. Once more into the breach we go. Really high accuracy with our claws, which is doing a heck of a lot of the heavy lifting, I should say. Yeah, even that Spriggan Berserker just didn't stand a chance. I didn't even see them coming. I just spam tab, which again, now that I've said it out loud and in general, is something that I'm trying to avoid for the most part, but sometimes it just works, I guess. Man, this dragon form thing, it's so cool, so fun, but it is a hubris machine, really. Hubris generating machine, to say the least. But we'll be fine, I'm sure. Just keep blasting. Ooh, as we get marked. That's not great. Fortunately, we've cleared out a decent chunk of the floor here, so I feel fairly safe in just holding our ground, at least temporarily. You, my friend, if you could walk right this way, that would be appreciated. Okay, not too shabby, even with the mark coming down our way. One baby alarm trap, fortunately not enough to end our worldview here. And we're just back on the road once more. Hate that. Hate basically everything about that. So we'll probably be putting down a few more of those exclusions if I had to guess. 25 charges of Ice Blast for only 493. That's a steal, baby. And another Mark trap. Come on, Mark. Just take no for an answer, my friend. This is why nobody likes you, Mark. But there we go. Do manage to level off here. And actually, okay, no, never mind. We'll be shoved into a corner, so ignore that. Apparently my plan is not important, does not matter. And that's totally fine, because we still just murder everything. Beautiful. I was hoping to use this single wide corridor to some good effects, but that's all good. As we get Passage of Galubria, which is another one of those spells that I feel like I have to learn how to use. Everyone swears by it so hard, and I'm still sitting here having no real idea of how to use it properly at the very least. Depths 2, so far, nothing too far outside of the realms of possibility for us. Love to see another Blinking Scroll is huge. Blade Ghost being fought in a vacuum, also pretty big on its own. One of these artifact armors is going to be the change we want to see in the world, but I guess not quite yet. I should also change some binding here. So we want dragon form. What is it? It's like capital M or something. Let's start there and then let's double check our macros, shall we? Oh wow, I did remember correctly. Turns out the old thinker every once in a while brings in some relevant information. But that's awesome. So now we can be a little bit quicker in the recasting of dragon form, not have to think quite so much about it. Which, again, now that I've said it out loud, seems like it's kind of potentially a bad thing, because maybe I want to have that extra step of thought process involved just to make sure I'm not doing anything incredibly stupid. But as I'm always fond of saying, we will burn that bridge when we get there, when we cross it. Until then, it just works. It's just working. So, okay. Staff of the Meek can probably go. I keep carrying it around saying that I might end up using it someday, but definitely looking like that is not, in fact, going to be the case. Wand of Charming, was also going to go, but I accidentally hit enter instead of selecting it, so I guess that's it for now, and we're just going to keep rolling. Save that inventory management for another day. That sounds like a future me problem. And perfect. I guess we should do another quick peek as to where we're training right now. Unarmed is almost at the cap, or where we were training it to, I should say. So we might end up increasing that further. I mean, if we head back into dragon form, we do a quick check, we're attacking 0.7. So we have pretty fast attacks and we hit like a freaking truck. Huh. So how about that? Also 40 intelligent, even in dragon form. Love to see it. But we may still want to do some more unarmed combat training regardless at some stage in the journey. We'll just be putting that on in the background and letting it go. It keeps benefiting all the way up to cap quite well, so that's fantastic. Otherwise, what else do I want here? Fighting seems good. Get a bit more health on us now that we're going full dragon strats. I guess evocations could use a bit of training. Even transmutations. Getting the duration of dragon form longer. It's only at 47% power, so there's a decent upwards space there. Plus, irradiate will also benefit off of the transmutation training and get more damage on that front, so that seems like a fairly decent combination there. So let us focus transmutations, bring it up to at least something like 16. Let's bring fighting up to 14, and unarmed combat is now going on the back burner, but it's going all the way, baby. Let's see how that shakes out, shall we? It's a decent amount of electrical damage, but this is also an ignition paradise, basically. So let's see just how many of these things die to that. Okay, the answer is most of them. Fantastic. That is, in fact, what we wanted to see. And we'll just continue breezing our way through. Beautiful. Guess we can kind of hide in the corner, or not. That's fine. Abominations, I guess, come one, come all. I guess this is turning into a bit of an open invite kind of situation. That's cool, too. Oh my gosh, it just continues. My oh my. I would have to assume that there's a gateway to the abyss just around yonder here, just beyond the river bend. Jeez Louise, they really just do not stop. It's kind of a shame we can't throw stuff as a dragon. Not because I want it for power or anything like that, but just in general, I feel like it would make it a lot easier to get the attention of some of these sons of guns. Because as is, it can kind of just be a pain in the rear sometimes. Needing to wait for them to come to us instead. Okie dokie, we are just proving over and over again that we do kind of need another source of cold protection, if at all possible. And specifically, I guess it has to be a ring or a necklace. So an artifact in either of those departments is going to go a huge way for us, or would go a huge way. So hopefully we can get that showing up at some point. Let's definitely kill you before you haste and might the steel troll. Fantastic. So that always gets a wee bit terrifying, and I feel like that's been the majority of our runs lately. I've had to deal with one of those sons of guns. Train is weak to ice is very manga. I agree. I mean, how do they deign to make the assumption as to what type of dragon I am? Because, I mean, if just being a dragon makes you weak to it, then why do ice dragons exist? Checkmate, son of a gun. But hey, I guess that's just the way of the world. People make oversimplifying assumptions, make an ass out of you and me, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles, so we're just gonna deal with it. And I guess at the end of the day it's fine, because we'll just continue to murder everything indiscriminately like we're so fond of, like we do on an average basis. But there we go. So something like unarmed is really nice with Chebriatos, because fortunately you can attack as fast as you would like, and Che does not mind. Sure, walking you gotta slow the heck down. But swinging your fists, you can do that at Mach 10 for old Shabrados cares. And so we definitely are going to be trying to put that to the best use we possibly can. Oh, hello, friends. I think there was another one, right? Hello, sir. Please, come back. I guess I could have roared for attention. That might have done the trick. Drains being weak to ice is self-propaganda. You know, now that you've said it out loud, that's the only thing that makes sense, really. I mean, why else would this be in place? And as is often the case with these fantasy worlds, just the fact that people believe it is a magic of its own, and that makes it true. So now we have to deal with the consequences for the rest of our life just because some racist, infinitely old a-holes decided that it had to be done. Exactly, yeah, full helicopter arms. We're just swinging like mad here. It's truly the best way to fight. I mean, what is your opponent gonna do, honestly? They don't have a shot. And I love every time that we sneak up to an enemy as a dragon, because that's where things start to fall apart just a smidge for me. Okay. So this is starting to get rough real fast here. Also, Charizard is summon non-dragon, deal with it. And look, it's been true since Gen 1, you don't make the rules. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, get rid of lightning, because that's a problem. Oh, and then just, you know what? That actually went way better. I am going to have to go back to Irradiate for dealing with our Spriggan friend. In fact, I think I'd rather be in dragon form than save that mana elsewhere. And you know, let's Slouch instead of Irradiate. Fantastic. Okay, you, my friend, have got to die. Right, no, you're Purple Draconian. There's no shot that I beat your willpower. Only 80 health is not great. For a High School Musical taught us not to stick with the status quo. Yeah, oh no, no, no. Stick to the status quo. I guess the whole song is about sticking to the status quo, but it's sung by bad guys, so that's kind of a weird amount of mixed messaging. Because all that sticks out in my head is, oh no, no, stick to the status quo. On repeat. But I guess it is the bad guys that sing it, so High School Musical did try to teach us not to stick with it. This is true. Ice dragons are very much a thing. What's our breath weapon? Well, how about this? I will defeat your checkmate by refusing to answer your question. I plead the fifth, as doing so would incriminate me, and so deal with it. No, I don't think that's on you, Necrol. I think High School Musical could have worded it better. So the only thing that I remember isn't the lyrics to the song that are exactly what we're supposed to not be doing. Oh my gosh. Okay, how are you taking no damage here, my friend? You're not resistant. You're not even getting slowed, which is kind of another side benefit I was hoping to take out of this. Fireball? Is that better? Are you happy now? I guess so. Okay. Turns out no evocations training. Ice Blast just kind of sucks, my friends. This is gonna get down real bad here. Hey Jazzy, how's it going? Hope you're fully healed up. I know you were already back out on the trails and whatnot on the bike, but I hope you're feeling fully hip and with it here. Let's see, temporal distortion, what the heck do you do? Monsters skip forward in time, and bend time slows everyone, so I don't give a dang about that. We could temporal distortion and hope that this buddy wanders away from us, at least far enough away that I could get up the stairs. Otherwise, this damage is going to start to add up pretty dang quick, especially... Oh, I didn't realize you were a Reaver. Oh no, if you hit me with any of these, that's very bad. Let's go with temporal distortion. That's not great. Okay, we have 3 blink scrolls. I can blink down, Then I could even double blink if necessary. I'm trying to think of the most consumable, effective way to go about this. Because if I blink down here and I'm out of sight, that might be good enough on its own. Could also just be me fully throwing out the copium here. But maybe nobody notices where I went and they all lose me in the confusion. Wouldn't that be nice? I have literally 0 MP. So regardless, I think we're gonna have to make something happen. Let's start there. So now the safest plan in my mind is to chain another blink, step through the door, head for the stairs. And we should make it there without them knowing which direction we went, ideally. Alternatively, we could start chugging potions to try and bring ourselves into a combative state here. So like a heal wounds and a magic potion maybe gets us there. On the streamer, tap into that streamer luck pot. I feel like I do that far too often. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of streamer luck in the account here, but I use it on basically every encounter I go through in this game because my dumb brain decides to do just the least effective maneuvers at any given opportunity. So that's something that I try to keep in mind here. Find the sweet spot balance point. It's just tough because scrolls of blinking are incredibly helpful. Okay. This son of a gun doesn't notice me. We're still in business. We have 5 pips of stealth. So we're pretty dang stealthy, if you ask me. 34% chance to hit me. Let's try one more. Well, that didn't quite do the trick, and now our Tengu friend is also around, because the Tengu is the part that's actually scary about this whole ordeal. Oh, and fear is not going to work on you, hey friend? So, what I should have done, as is always the case, taking those hands off the keyboard. Let's think about this for a brief moment longer here. I might want to do some combination of fog and teleport so that this buddy doesn't get near us. And if we land anywhere on this half of the map, I should say most places on this half of the map, we should be okay and recoverable. Otherwise, things are going to get a wee bit nasty here real fast. I mean, even this buddy alone, I'm not a huge fan of. 33 damage plus a longsword, and then another bite for up to 15 is not a good amount of damage when we're sitting in this less than ideal position, shall we say. So, what does one do? Lightning Bolt is full range as well. That's a problem. I hate to say it, but that is definitely, in fact, a problem. So another option we have here is to drink magic and step from time. Should have enough opportunity to do so. Because this son of a gun very much will help us out here, hopefully. You never know, they could end up wandering directly back to danger zone, but I think that's just a risk that we're gonna have to take. Tengu, I don't think they can see invisible. You can see invisible. That doesn't seem fair. My Tengus can't see invisible when I play. I guess it is what it is. So in that case, I mean, we still have like chain blink option, but now it's even worse because I'd use up both my remaining blink scrolls. Whoops. So, potion of magic, hope we don't die in one turn. Then step from time. Yeah, no, this is not better. I don't know what you were expecting, game, but I've got to say, this is not better. Okay, so we could just step from time again. 10 MP, which then we're unable to go dragon form. Because the nice thing about right now is we at least have the ability to go dragon form. That will give us a nice health pool to work with. This buddy is the only issue there. The frost giant being around kind of throws a wrench into that plan. I guess one potential solution of sorts there is I go dragon form. I read fear to make the ice giant run, and then I kill the vampire knight as quickly as I possibly can. It's tempting to read fear first, just so I can get this son of a gun off my back and not even take the 1 turn of damage. Let's do it. And you know, the vampire hasn't actually noticed me yet. Oh my gosh, if they're gonna keep walking. Okay, hold up. New plan of attack. Can I do this without going dragon form? So then I have 2 pips of cold resistance, which helps out a lot against the bolt of cold here. And I just have to find a quick way of dealing 104 damage, or 7% chance paralyzed. Nope, that's not a good or. I guess I could Phantom Mirror, Box of Beasts, something like that. Still not great, especially with no evocations training. What else have I got going here? 2 more fear scrolls. We have fog, so we at least wouldn't be getting early shots thrown our way, and then we could rely on irradiate to deal the required damage. You're susceptible to fire though, right? No, you're not. Good to know. Good to know. That doesn't seem super fair, but I guess it is what it is. Now, I kind of want you to step next to me for irradiate. What can I do to soften you up? Can go with acid here. Oh, I don't want to heal wounds, but at the same time, it seems like it's probably the intelligent thing to do. It's only 7% chance to blow your mind, right? Oh no, 16, so slightly better for sure. Still not great. Let's see some of the volumes here. Radiate is a bit loud, hey? Well, that's a shame. I guess I can ice armor, then irradiate. It's costing more mana than I would like. There we go. We do get it in the end. Please no one walk this way. I just need time to heal. Baby. So you're saying there's a chance. Oh, Spriggan Berserkers come to hang out and join the party. Well, that's fine. Get blasted. And jeez Louise. We really need that cold resistance as soon as we possibly can get our grubby little paws on it. But hey, we're still out of there in one piece. We have survived. Gotta be slightly cautious when we come against that Tengu Reaver in the future here. We could even just leave the area temporarily here. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just hiding. I'm just hanging out here, not hiding. Oh, definitely not hiding like a coward. That doesn't sound like me. Just hanging out, just chilling. And then gonna walk back at my own pace, head right for the stairs. I think this is gonna be the other stairwell. It is. And let's leave depths temporarily here, shall we? And let's start thinking about either slime or elf. Elf, we're still dealing with a lot of the same problems there. Lack of resistances is going to be an issue. But we might not need to go dragon form. 180 health. No electric resistance. So storm snakes are an issue. That's, again, not what they're called, but if there's one mob that I'm just guaranteed to always forget the name of, that's the one. Shock serpents. There we go. Of course not. Storm snakes, don't be foolish. It's a shock serpent, my mans. Well, don't love the idea of dealing with them. I guess it's not that much better going to slime. We need resistance to corrosion, which we don't have access to. So we're in a bit of a, like, we don't have a chicken or an egg, so how the heck do we get there, you know? We need something. Electric noodle, if you may. Oh, you definitely may. Yeah, no, our life could be a problem. Unfortunately so. Especially, yeah, a mixture of like Zephyrmancers and a bunch of Shock Serpents and Electric Noodles. And we are in a rough spot. So it might be Slime, weirdly enough. Let's see. That's not the key I meant to hit. There we go. Go up to 270 health. I could do a quick check to see if I've forgotten any corrosion stuff throughout the area here. Oh, right, Fairy Dragon Scales. Oh, Rampage counts as fast. Good to know. Good to know. I'm glad the game tells me and I don't just accidentally wear something with Rampage and betray Chay's trust entirely. But this would only really be good for us if it was the combination of dragons could wear dragon scales and Chay didn't mind the effect, because that arc corrosion and some slay bonus would be kind of nice. Even Rampage would work out obviously a bit too well with the not being able to move very quickly of our own volition thing. So hum-de-dum. Guess there's the Giant's Quarters in Orc. Let's go there to clear our mind first, shall we? That's probably fairly manageable now that we're a wee bit stronger than we once were when we were just but a baby snack. So upwards and onwards we go, and let us finish exploring this level, shall we? Plus 10 halberd? Plus 8 intelligence on it too. That is an interesting little stat stick, to say the least. Do I have an exclusion? Is that why? That was in fact why. Dragons not wearing scales is due to ethics and morals. So what does that say about trolls? Because apparently they do not hold themselves to the same standards, which is maybe fair enough. They're a bit more animalistic in many regards, at least in most games. Though to be fair, the dragons in DCSS are a lot more animalistic than they are in most other sources of fiction, where they're all intelligent, usually spellcasters by their own rights, but that's fair enough if you don't want to wear the skin of what is not a potential relative, I guess, because when you're transmuting, you're not really gaining the, like, bloodline, I wouldn't think. At least you don't have the histories of experience, which is, in my opinion, a bit more important than any blood relation to the dragons in question. But you don't want to wear their skin. That's fair enough. I think I can, I mean, I'm somebody who doesn't murder UF, Natasha, Kirike, and the list just keeps on going, really, if we let it. So what can I say about stupid or arbitrary moralistic rulings? Oh man, I'm not in a good spot today for the whole decision-making process. I don't love doing slime with 0 corrosion resistance. But elf is also not bad. Or not good, I should say. So in case you've missed the point whatsoever, everything is kind of rough. We've been very much smooth sailing our way through the majority of this run, so that's fair enough. Oh, I just realized we drank one of our resistance, but we actually had enough for the trove. I mean, I think I want to keep these around because this will be super useful in Zot if I don't end up finding solutions to all of my lacking defensive qualities. Huh. Alright, Safid, I think we could definitely afford to clear both Elf 1 and Elf 2, even without the resistances. My main issue there is, what is it all for, right? Because we mostly want to go there for the treasure, which we wouldn't get access to. I guess we could find some lying around if we're lucky enough. But slime is just dive, dive, dive. So you're right about that. It's not gonna... It's very much we have to clear the end. Whereas Elf at least has a maybe. But Neckhall, you really love the "you are stupid" line when using Dragon form. Very ominous. just a smidge. But no, I think it will have to be to Elf we go, and we'll just have to play it very carefully. Because I don't see any great options. I mean, we could go finish off Lair, but I don't see that really making all the distance.